Savoury rice with a delicate hint of curry and spices. This is my version of Khao Mok gai. Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome to Backyard Chef, I'm Rick. Today we're going to make Khao Mok gai. Now this is one of my favourite street food vendor dishes in Thailand. It's a huge Muslim influenced dish with savoury rice with a delicate flavour of curry and spices and fried chicken. Now I'm going to show you how to make my version of Khao Mok gai. Let's do this. Okay guys, for our marinade, for our chicken, it's very easy actually. We're using a can of condensed milk. I'm using a can of Carnation condensed milk and I've split it. So we've got like 3/4 of a can in here and 1/4 of a can in here. Okay, and we need to sour this 1/4 can with just some lime or lemon or even a dab of vinegar. So we want to sour this, squeeze in our juice and leave it for 10 minutes. So we're going to leave that for about 10 minutes and we're going to have like a curd Carnation milk. Okay, and then we've got 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of coriander, 5 Thai cardamoms, piece of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of chicken powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of curry powder. Now I'm using Waz curry powder for this recipe because Waz is very available in Thailand and all the ingredients are actually imported from, as you can see there, the British Pepper and Spice Company Limited, Northampton, UK. Now this used to be made out there, but it's now made in Thailand. Anyway, so I'm using Waz curry powder, 2 teaspoons, and we have about 3 bay leaves. So that's our marinade for our chicken. Right guys, for the marinade for our chicken then, as you can see I've got 3 chicken thighs, skin and bone on, and I've got 3 drumsticks. So all we're going to do, we're going to put in our marinade ingredients. So in with our Carnation milk, in with our Carnation milk which is now curd with lime juice, in with our 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of chicken powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1/4 teaspoon of coriander powder, 2 teaspoons of curry powder, and then we want to put in our hard spices. Now, put in our cardamom seeds, put in our bay leaves, put in our cinnamon stick. Now the hard spices are not going to do anything in the marinade, okay? But they're going to be used for cooking our rice. So give this a good mix in. Mix it all up. Make sure our chicken is actually covered in all those marinated spices. Now, you know, you could use a bit of Carnation milk and water if you want to do it at this stage. But obviously we want to have a really nice, rich marinade. And the marinade sauce is actually going to be used in our rice. So, you know, the richer the better. So that's our chicken in our marinade. Tossed in there nice and gently. coated up. Okay, so all we need to do now is cover this and leave it to one side for about an hour. Okay guys, our ingredients for our sauce then is very easy. We've got some coriander and some coriander stalks, mint leaves, got 3 spring onions chopped up, we got some water, some vinegar, sugar, ginger, salt, and we have some hot chilies and a couple of chilies which are not spicy. They will give that green colour and that chili flavour, but they're not spicy. So that is our ingredients for our sauce. All we have to do now is put a pan on and start making our sauce. Right guys, in with our sugar, in with our salt, in with our vinegar, oh, and in with our water. And all we need to do is dissolve all of that in there. Bring this up to the boil guys, get everything dissolved in there. It'll all dissolve. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to thicken it a little bit. Now it's not going to thicken too much obviously, but you know, we might get a little bit of thickness in there. So turn it down. We just want everything combined, and you can feel a little bit of thickness, you know. It doesn't have to be too thick. We can feel just a little bit in there. Now don't forget, we're going to put all our veg in here to make a nice sauce. So this does not want to be too thick. So that's okay. That's fine. Turn off the heat and we'll let that cool down. Right guys, what we want to do, we want to add all our ingredients. So add everything to our chopper. Now you can chop this by hand if you so wish, but you know, it's quite time consuming trying to cut all this stuff, and I'm being quite a lazy boy today. So what we're going to do is just put everything in this chopper and chop it all, and then in with our ginger, put our lid on, and then we're going to give it a you know, this is going to have texture in. This is not going to be blended smooth in any way. You know, this is a chopper, and this is the result that we need. We need a little bit of texture in our sauce. Right guys, all we got to do now is add our contents to our vinegar syrup mixture to make our sauce. Let's put it all in there. Make a nice thick sauce. Right guys, just give it a gentle mix in. Make sure it's all in there in our vinegar, sugar, salt, water mixture. Just look at that. And then what you need to do now is give it a taste test. Oh wow, that is fantastic. So that's our dip made. Right guys, our chicken's been marinating for about an hour. You know, you could even actually do it overnight. So that's our chicken. All we need to do now is fry it. Right guys, this is my drained onion oil. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the onion oil to fry our chicken, as well as some more oil, because obviously there won't be enough. Now with our chicken guys, we don't want to be dumping it all in one go. We need to cook this in batches really. Give it a little bit of a shaking off before putting it in there. And what we need to be doing is giving this a bit of a fry. And all we need to do is just turn it over. What we're trying to do is make sure the chicken's cooked at the same time, and then we'll turn it back again. Turn it back over. Start to crisp up that skin. We want this chicken cooked all the way through. So all we need to do now guys is take it out and let it rest. And then put the rest of the chicken in. That's our chicken cooked guys. So get our drumsticks out of there and let it rest. Okay guys, in Thailand we have special rice for Khao Mok chicken rice, and we use the same rice for this Chicken Biryani actually. Thai Hom Mali rice, old crop. Now it's as it says, it's old crop rice. Right guys, we need to rinse our rice, so we need to put in whatever we want to cook in our rice cooker, because we're doing a rice cooker today the easy way. So that's 1 cup, 2 cup, 5 cup. We're going to do 5 cups of rice today guys. So all we got to do now is take our rice, give it a good rinsing with water till it runs fairly clear, and then it's ready to actually fry in the frying pan with some spices before cooking in a rice cooker. So let's crack on, and we need to go rinse our rice. Right guys, what we're going to do, we need to fry up a little bit of a spice mixture before we actually cook our rice. So what we're going to do, we're going to put in some red shallot, some onion, a little bit of ginger and some garlic. And what we're going to do, we're going to give that a blitzing, but we don't want to turn it into mush. We actually want some of the texture. That's what we're looking at. A very fine chop. That's all we need for this. So let's get that out of there. Right guys, in the pan with a little bit of butter, and we want to put in a little bit of oil. We don't want too much, just a little bit, about 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, something like that. And then what we're going to do is get the flame on. The idea of this, guys, is actually to put a little bit of flavour in the rice. We want that flavour in our rice as well. You know, people make this many different ways, and this is a simple way. In with garlic and ginger and some shallot and onion. Get that in there. And we want to give that a bit of a stir fry through. So we're just cooking this for a little bit of an aroma, guys, nothing else. And what we're going to do, we're going to do a cheats way today. We're actually going to put it in the rice cooker. Like I say, people cook this many different ways, but this is an absolutely simple way for a fantastic result. Okay guys, now what we want to do, we want to go in with our rice. We want to give our rice a bit of a stir fry in there with our garlic and onion mixture. So we'll get our rice in there, get it all in, get every grain in there. Don't forget we're making dinner. Give it all a good stir around. A little bit of a stir fry in there. So just keep working it round. Now don't forget, we don't want to burn any of this. We just want to give it a little bit of tossing over in there. Let the rice take on all that juice as it was in the pan from the garlic, ginger and onions. And then we'll have a fantastic rice when we've cooked it in the rice cooker. Okay, enough's enough, turn it off. And then we need to put it in our rice cooker. There we go. Right guys, remember our chicken marinade? What we need to do is just strain out some of those spices there. Okay, those spices we're putting in our rice cooker. Put them in. Now the reason for straining them out like this, guys, is we need to put 5 cups of water in there with our 5 cups of rice, but we're going to use a chicken marinade. So measure out what's our chicken marinade, which is going to be about 1.5. So that's 1. And there's a half. So what we need now then is 3.5 water. So there's our half. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Okay. So let's just give that a little stir through. That's about right. And then what we want to do, guys, we want to add about half a teaspoon of turmeric. So get that in there, nice gentle mix round, and that's going to give our yellow colour in there. So all we're going to do now, guys, is put it in our rice cooker, close the lid, and press cook. So that's it, guys. All we're going to do is let the rice cooker do its job. Nice and simple. Right, guys. Oh, yellow rice done. Just look at that. So just give it a nice gentle stir through. Loosen it up a little bit. Ooh, hot. Loosen it up a little bit. Now that is perfect, perfect yellow rice. So what you can do now, guys, you can actually serve this up now as it is. Okay, not a problem. But what we can do now we're at home, we can actually add our cooked chicken to our rice and just warm it all back through. Put our drumsticks in there. Oh, now, like I say, this is the easy way of cooking chicken and yellow rice. Do you know I'm going to have to do it the caveman way? Oh! That is amazing. Fantastic juicy chicken. A great sauce. A little bit of garnish. And a real tasty yellow rice. One of my favourite dishes, guys. If you like what we're doing, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.